Cassandra today. Today we're jumping into Dahmer, episode 7. Wow, we're on episode 7 already. We have 3 more episodes to go of this series and we're going to be done. So the last episode, as you see, I needed a few days to myself to collect my thoughts. Actually, to tell you the truth, I needed a few days. I didn't even do reactions. I was like, honey, I don't want to see no damn TV shows. I don't want to see nada, nothing, zilch. And that's what I did. I lived my best life away from this computer. Heidi ho, Winslow, I'm back. But yeah, so we're going to be jumping into this episode. I'm like really freaking excited because I called my mom, ring-a-ding-ding, a brand new phone. And I told her, and I was like, yo, I'm going to be putting up more of this like true crime like type of stuff on my channel. Once we're done with this, we're going to go into something else. We're going to do polls, episode 10. I'm going to ask you guys to put a bunch of your shows. I know somebody said about something about Versace, the death of that one. There was a few others that people were even saying. Also, even though it's not a murder type thing, the Tinder swindler thingamajiggy, people also were mentioning that. There's a few, the KC thing. So in episode 10, I'm going to be super excited because not only are we going to be wrapping up this series, but we're going to be jumping into something else, and you guys will be able to comment down below about your shows that you want me to see. We're going to wrap up as many of those shows as we can and put it in a poll, and then everybody will vote, and then we'll get our new content. We're going to be doing that from now on this channel, be bringing these creepy crawler type of shows. I am here for the ruckus. I'm here for the noise. The last episode was dreadful. I was completely sad. I also did not know that that actor was really deaf, but it was really good. That, you know, I think, I don't know if a subscriber wrote it or did I hear it somewhere that people said that the person who he was pounding his chest and looking up to heavens, it was kind of like a tribute to the person who actually really did die, who was deaf at the hands of Dahmer. But that episode, I think what took us all by storm, like what, not took us by storm, but what made us really sad was they deep dove into that particular victim's life, and we met his family, we spent time with him, we knew what his dreams and aspirations were, and then to see that all just get shut closed by this crazy mother trucker who literally is a crazy mother trucker. He makes no sense in anything that he does. I actually, for some dumb reason, I was in my head, I was like, oh my god, he's in love, like he's actually found somebody. The person's coming back. Like maybe that he's gonna stop killing. I don't know why I thought in my head the man's gonna stop killing, because clearly the show was about him killing. But he ended up just like literally snapped. So pretty much nobody is safe, obviously, from this man. Nobody. The only, actually lied. His father's safe. His father seems to be the only, and his grandma is borderline. Like his grandma keeps touching you ever heard that saying? You know, one of those people that want to touch the stove and the stove is on. You tell them don't touch it, but they touch it, and then you say don't touch it, it's hot, and they go to touch it again, and then the third time they go and they actually burn themselves, and like they don't listen. That's the grandma. The grandma keeps touching, but I feel like Dahmer, he's gonna be like, you know what? Listen, Grams, I'm tired of you. I feel like that's where it's gonna go. But I think his father's the only person that's safe in his life. But everybody else moving forward is going to be dead. But it's very, very sad. I'm ready to jump into this episode, guys. As you guys know, this is going to be a full reaction for my second and third tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to those platforms and help support the channel today. With that being said, guys, let's jump into Dahmer and find out exactly what the serial killer has got to give.
Help me! He tried to kill me!
Oh, this is the first episode. She's like, why do I even call the cops? They're trash. Right. Girl, what you doing, sis? She's going to his apartment? She's not gonna knock on that door. What you expect? She's kind of strange.
tell him this is the guy who's killing me. God is my witness.
What did Jeff Dahmer do? Because I know he was doing something.
Man, I don't know.
Make a path.
Knew you was up to something, Jeff Dahmer, and I called y'all. What you did? Y'all did nothing.
You knew?
Sir, calm down.
You knew this motherfucker was killing people.
What y'all finding it? See, he obviously needs to be taken care of.
Ma'am, this is police business. If you just go back inside.
I called y'all for months, and it's too late. Y'all came too late.
Milwaukee police were led to an apartment in this building after they were flagged down.
Don't be banging on my door like that.
Ma'am, you have to leave the premises.
Where exactly am I supposed to go?
The entire building's a crime scene.
How many did you find? Bodies.
This morning, on a serious note, police in Wisconsin this morning are investigating a grisly discovery. 15 human bodies inside. Police were led there by a man who told them he'd been attacked with a butcher knife.
So far, we've identified 11 different bodies. Though from what Dahmer's told our detectives, we think there's more. Apparently, he killed his first victim in Ohio.
The bodies in the apartment, have we been able to establish their identities?
One of his victims is only 14 years old.
Christ. This case get any worse?
You're saying that one of the victims had actually managed to escape, and two of your officers escorted him back to Dahmer's. I hesitate to ask.
She's black.
God damn it. Can't you at least suspend them to give the public the impression that you're actually doing something about this?
I've been chief in Milwaukee 2 years, but the cops here still consider me an outsider.
You to protect your own ass and mine before this becomes more than just a story about a deranged serial killer.
Is he Spanish? Is he supposed to be white?
Are you related to Errol Lindsay?
Yes, Tony is my son.
These men are with the police.
Is he?
Oh, my heart's breaking.
Is he okay? Mr. and Mrs. Sinthasan, sorry to say that your son is dead.
Y'all found Errol's body?
He was murdered by a man named Jeffrey Dahmer.
That man molested my brother Samsak.
No, we only found out...
Conrad was only 14 years old.
Can we come in, ma'am?
No, you may not.
Oh, this is horrible. This is worse than episode 6.
Did the article upset him?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Police arrived on the scene. They believed Jeff over my daughter and my niece who called 911. You know, the baby ain't had on no clothes, couldn't speak a full sentence, and was obviously drugged up. I called the police over and over to check on his welfare. They just told me they had it handled.
Mr. Lively is worried about the press. There have been some complaints about you from some of the other ladies who work in your division. They see you crying sometimes at your desk.
Well, I try not to cause a scene. Go to the restroom for a private moment when those feelings rise up.
She's crying?
And while I personally understand, I do.
Do you? I just feel the pressure of the situation.
See the zombies?
Slap the shit out of her.
I'm just curious.
Slap her to holy hell. If I was a girl, you can call me Remy Ma.
Listen, I have to confess,
Reverend Jackson.
I have my reservations about you getting involved in this case. For Part 5, I understand how those cases fit into our civil rights agenda. A serial killer who eats people.
Who, it appears, mostly targeted young black and brown men.
Doesn't really feel like our fight.
Why?
Why?
Because some of the victims might have been gay. It's our fight. If you want to slay a dragon's son, you got to attack it from all angles. And injustice is one hell of a beast. The more I learned about the case, the more I realized it was not just a gruesome horror show. Bad policing, underserved communities, the low value we assign our young black and brown men if they happen to be gay. Both of you men would take swift, immediate action to address and redress these wrongs.
We're worried your presence may complicate our own efforts.
How so?
And the whole city's on edge. And we are doing our best to address the community's concerns.
We nearly had a riot break out the other night. The last thing that we need right now.
What? Civil rights leaders shining a light on your police department's incompetence?
Outside agitator to further inflame racial tensions.
Excuse
With all
me?
due respect, Chief, I think we're well past that.
We are.
Also, years of poverty, high unemployment, discrimination, police brutality. I did come to Milwaukee to be an agitator. To hold you gentlemen accountable. I'm here to do whatever's in my power as a leader, as a Christian, to help this broken community heal. I assume you spoke with Glenda Cleveland.
Actually, no, not yet.
Can you at least tell me where I might find her?
And I know who you are, Reverend Jackson. I voted for you twice.
Yeah, you're a data entry clerk.
Yes, that is right, Reverend.
You remind me of my mother. Strong, resilient.
After I had her, we moved to Milwaukee in '73. Lord knows, it ain't always been easy.
You try to save that Laotian boy?
It ain't right, Reverend. Being pestered by reporters from France, Paris, France, and the cops right here in Milwaukee ain't interested in what I got to say. No matter what we do or how loud we shout, they never listen.
I'll listen.
I'm sorry to bother you, but there's a smell coming from your apartment.
A smell?
A stench. Came through the vent so strong, I almost threw up.
Oh. I'm sorry. Could have been the barbecue. I was trying out a new way to cook it. You can smell it through your vent?
Like he was in the next room.
Well, I promise I'll throw it out first thing. Sorry.
Wait, Jeff, is everything...
Oh, he was done with that conversation. Oh my God, that's how I carry my groceries up the stairs to my old apartment.
Can I take those?
Get back! Sorry I snapped on you. You gotta be careful in this neighborhood.
Well, I'm a good guy. Scout's honor.
Mostly addicts looking to score money for their next fix. This crack is out of control. You do got a few shady characters that you gotta look out for.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open.
You're the new guy, right?
Yeah, I'm Dean.
Jeff. So, Dean, what kind of stuff you into?
I'm into building monster models.
Monster models? Maybe I could bring some brewskis by your place and we could, build one together.
Sure, yeah, yeah, I'm down. 308.
You killed him too?
Hey.
So, I was thinking about grabbing a beer and a slice over at Sal's, unless you'd rather stay here with Frankenstein.
You are Frankenstein.
He can wait.
Warn that guy about him?
It wasn't my imagination. I definitely heard somebody screaming. To go over there and see what the hell he's up to. I am telling you, between the noises and the smells, something ain't right.
I can give him a warning about the noise complaint and the smells. But Mr. Dahmer's a good tenant.
Asnarak or Bowsiak or
Yes, I see a record of the conversation. So what's the issue, ma'am?
like somebody in pain.
Do you still hear it? I can send a unit to stop by his place tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Sir, tomorrow could be too late. I'ma send somebody tomorrow and nobody ever shows.
Is there anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
Miss Cleveland.
We need to talk.
Building manager.
I saw him talking to Jeff. He ain't picked up his mail since.
Mr. Vaughn?
Open the door.
Glenda, the guy's not here. I can't just let you into his apartment.
And you didn't cook anything strange?
No, I'm telling you, it's next door. It's coming from this vent.
Yeah. Okay.
And he keeps making excuses. From across the hall, she complained to you, and ain't nobody listening to us. And my daughter can't stand to sleep in our own home. So got the fan going and the window open, and I still can barely stand to be in here. Mr. Princewell, to please evict him.
You know, you've been a good tenant. You pay your rent on time.
Sorry, what?
Look at him.
I'm sorry, but I gotta give you this. Come on. It's the smell, Jeff. I keep getting complaints. You have 30 days, okay? I'm sorry.
Come on, man. You know I just got fired today.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Only person I got to look out for, okay?
Like, I never meant to cause you in trouble.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I really am.
It was Glenda, wasn't it? She's the one who complained. If you take back the complaint, I promise I won't cook anymore. Hold on. Can I come inside just for a sec?
Why?
I want to see if I was still stinking up your place. Okay? Smells nice. Don't smell nothing. Is your daughter here?
What is it?
Are you gonna sit down or you're just gonna stand there?
Stand here, get the fuck out.
Like what?
Not scared of you.
Don't sit down, girl.
Sit down then.
You getting evicted, and it ain't my problem.
I'm just trying to make peace here. Say I'm sorry. She gonna open your gift? It's a sandwich.
I'll eat it later.
No. Eat it now. I made that just for you.
I don't know what's in that.
It's just meat. It's like a pulled pork. You a vegetarian?
No, I'm not a vegetarian.
Just say yes.
When his apartment been smelling like a dead raccoon's ass stinking up my house since the day he moved in.
Try to do a nice thing, you know? Just like my mom. My grandma, too. Going on me when I ain't done nothing wrong.
Ain't your mama, Jeff.
Oops.
Take back the complaint. Take back the complaint. I made you a sandwich.
The smells, the power tools going all hours of the night. About the screaming.
What's screaming? Sometimes I have nightmares.
That little Asian boy.
I don't know. We broke up.
Dean Vaughn. You was talking to him in the hallway, then I never saw him after that. You tell me where he is, I'll take back the complaint.
I don't know where he went.
All right then. You're moving out. I'll eat it later.
I want to see you try it. See if you like it.
Get out of my apartment.
Okay.
That must be like a person's body.
I know. I got a wife and kids. It's just some photos, you know? Archie stuff. Ain't gonna take long.
Hello, this is Glenda, Cleveland. Can you send an officer to the Oxford apartment? Somebody is either being hurt or killed.
Can you go make sure?
What? No. Wait, you're not even gonna ask me the apartment number?
Ma'am, I said we'd send somebody. You keep calling us all the time. How are we gonna know when it's an emergency?
I am saying somebody is being killed. Do you get that?
You knew he was a monster.
Clearly.
But nobody heard me.
Mara,
Chief Ariola's suspending the 2 officers who ignored you about the boy. Impossible to hold cops accountable. But this first step wouldn't have happened without you, Glenda. Let it out now.
Oh. That was so sad. Well, so this episode I really did enjoy because, I don't know, just not the way I should say it, but to get into Glenda's perspective and what everything that she saw and everything that she was going through and everything that she heard and that situation with her and Dahmer. Obviously he brought over that damn sandwich, which was definitely body parts, as we do know he was eating some of his victims, so he probably cut that meat up and brought it over for her to eat. That's what he wanted to see her eat it, because he's sick and twisted. All the people she heard screaming help, it's insane. Story time. So story time. So where I used to live a while ago, I was laying in bed minding my business per usual, and I heard like one guy he was getting beat up by like 13 people. How do I know it's 13 people? Rough estimate. It was a lot of men. The light was shining directly on them. My apartment was across the area. Point of the story is I heard him screaming, help, help, like, so not only do I know what the smell of blood is like, or like a lot of blood smell because of my nana when her stitches came out, I also know what it sounds like for people to scream in fear. There's a difference in screaming at somebody out of anger or screaming because you're like kind of scared, but there's a difference of screaming out of fear of you not knowing what's going to happen to you. It's like a human thing, an emotion, just kind of like and when you're put into danger, there's a whole different sound that comes out of us. I've heard it before. It's terrifying. It is frightening. It will wake you up. It will startle you. Yeah, so I definitely heard that before. So for her to hear that many times, okay, many times, and then having to call and nobody's listening. The cops were cops were trash. It's just horrible. And then you kind of see another perspective of your own people. Like, she's calling the manager, oh no, he's a good tenant. She's saying there's a smell. Finally he acted. Also, Reverend Al Sharpton's that guy. He was like, oh, you know, I just don't think it's because it's gay. It's gay black men. And you know what's so sad is, a lot of people in the church, they still feel this way towards gays. And it's just like, are you here for civil rights? Are you here for everybody? Or that's why I don't want to touch like real deep in it. But this is a pretty deep show. But sometimes for me, and I'll speak for me as a gay minority, when I heard Black Lives Matter, I'm like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. But also, damn, we're marching for us. And then we would let me tell you another true story. We would march in the Black Lives Matter that happened here in New York. And then at the end of it, we were getting beat up by some of the black people in I was like, well, what the fuck is going on? Black Lives Matter, but it's not pertaining to all of us. It's so strange because this show has been hitting so many aspects of my life that's why I get like touched personally. Like, I get so emotionally drained when I see this episode after episode after episode, because between the police department, between the injustice, between our own people coming for us, but then screaming, you know, protect us all and this and it's just so much. And so honestly, as horrible as this show is because of what this man has done, killing all these people, it also is shining the light on the injustice with the police, the injustice with our own people, and showing what happens to gay black men in just general, and the fascination of just like gay black men in general, like either us being sexualized or being freaking murdered, or just like injustice of our people. It's just, this show is just, so sometimes I want to fucking scream. And I try not to curse because it's YouTube. Soap in my mouth. But this episode definitely hit me much hard. For some reason, it was hitting me a lot harder because I just felt it. I really did feel it. And it's so sad. I didn't know he killed the damn neighbor in the same building. He killed the same in the same building. He show. Every time I see this show, I have nothing else to say. I'm always speechless. And that's why I always go out to the outro that you guys want so much. With that being said, guys, when you see this reaction, realize you are not subscribed. Hit subscribe, but also please like and share this content because it does wonders for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Andres Ray.